All right, guys, welcome back to Maker's Corner. We're here at the Rocky Mountain Rep Festival 2025 here in beautiful Colorado. As you can see, the weather behind me is not looking too great, so why don't we get inside and check out what's going on. All right, so we're here with Sterling, taking a look at this very interesting car, 3D printed McLaren. Can you give us just some information about this? This is absolutely wild.
Well, thank you. Basically, this is a car that we're restoring using 3D printing.
Right.
So we bought a carbon fiber tub from McLaren.
Okay.
Actually, it was from a junkyard that it was a crashed McLaren. And when we can afford McLaren parts, we buy them for the project. But you can see a lot of it's been 3D printed because there's a lot of parts we can't afford.
Just a little bit of it's been 3D printed. I mean, basically the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
a lot of it.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Not the seats, but pretty much everything else.
Yeah, most of the interior's legit. The undercarriage is legit McLaren. It's got carbon ceramic brakes on it. So got a lot of really cool stuff. But you know, the doors, the whole front end, that was all destroyed in the crash, so we 3D printed it.
So now, are those parts custom for this vehicle as far as the door hinges and everything?
Right. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we'll encapsulate all this in fiberglass.
Okay.
And that gives it the strength. Right. And then the 3D print will be the core, and that actually gives it some durability and some sound deadening.
Okay.
And that's what we've actually done with the Lamborghini project that we brought last year.
Okay, so you're 3D printing the body just to get the shape,
right,
and then covering that with fiberglass to make it strong and durable.
And you can do the same thing and make molds. You know, it just really depends on what you want to end up with. I want to end up with a 3D printed car, so we're going to keep the 3D prints on it.
That is pretty cool. It looks like that steering wheel is 3D printed as well?
No, actually the cover is.
Oh, the cover, okay.
Yeah, but it's a legit McLaren steering wheel and steering column. So a lot of the, and then their switch gear. Most of the interior parts are actual McLaren parts.
Okay. Now these panels back here that are already painted.
These are McLaren.
Okay, these are McLaren. These weren't 3D printed and finished. Okay.
Right. But you can see down here, this is $3,000 off of eBay.
Oh.
I spent $2 printing it. So you can see where the economy is.
You save a few bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Just a little bit. Now, I mean, you got a pretty big engine back here.
Yeah. So let's take a look. So what we have here is we have an LT2 from a C8 Corvette.
Nice.
So there's 4 miles on the clock because this Corvette was dropped off the trailer being delivered to the dealership, and it broke the frame. So then a buddy of mine in Detroit got a hold of it and sold it to me. So transmission, ECUs, everything.
So how well does the 3D printed components handle the heat?
They don't. So in the back here, where we're going to have a lot of heat, we're actually going to cover these in carbon fiber.
Okay.
And then you can see the exhaust comes out the engine cover here. This will be cut off, and we'll make those out of ceramic.
Okay.
And then this will be carbon fiber and then coated in ceramic.
Very nice. This is an absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see the finished product. This is going to be.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, of all the projects that people like to 3D print, you kind of dial them up to, I would say 11, but this is like 12 or 13. This is absolutely
It's a passion.
As are all projects.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time
you're very welcome.
Around this beautiful vehicle. Hopefully it'll be finished next year.
Next year I'm bringing the Aventador.
Okay, Lamborghini next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Then maybe the year after that. We'll bring the McLaren.
Oh, you're gonna make me come back 2 years.
I am. You got to keep coming back.
Oh, believe me, I will definitely be coming back. This place is absolutely amazing. So are all these individually print, each one individually?
Yeah, this is what they're like. So 6 different shapes, but
Oh wow!
yeah, all single.
And they
walls,
just
2 phases.
and they just snap together, and then or a little bit. Wow!
So here's the specs on it. There's this one over here. There's 160 individual faces. 6
Nice.
shapes. So 230 of these guys. On
Oh,
all
wow.
Corners. Similar to this.
Huh.
And then 920 screws.
Oh, that's a lot of screws.
It was a lot of monotony. That one's not quite as many.
Yeah, but still,
More chaos.
that's pretty awesome. So we are at the Swiss 3D booth. You got some pretty cool nozzles here.
Yes.
I was looking at that one you were just showing me that comes apart real easily. You want to maybe take us through how that works and show everybody how quick and easy and fast it is?
Yeah, sure. So typically that's for the Bamboo Lab. It's a standard replacement part. We have 2 heaters, and just to open it, you change the nozzle, take off the silicone stock. There's a metal clip inside. You pull apart these 2, and there it goes. That's the brass nozzle, and we have also hardened stainless steel, and we also have diamond.
Diamond, okay, nice.
Nozzles. We put it back in, close it. We can see it's all wobbly, but when we put everything together with a spring inside here, from the top it's nice and stiff.
Very nice.
And we have many different type for the K1 series, for the S1 series of Creality,
Quick, right now,
for the Voron.
we have Death Racers.
Oh, very nice.
Here for we have a 24 millimeter, we have a 33 millimeter nozzle,
Oh, okay.
and that's what we have here available. The brass, hardened steel with copper.
Okay.
Like this, they're compatible.
Okay.
And that's 22.5, 24, 27.5, and 33 millimeter. 1 millimeter of nozzle length is something like 1 cubic millimeter of melt flow rate.
Okay. So
That's an average.
right.
So 33 cubic millimeter flow rate. This one.
So pretty decent flow rates, quick, easy nozzle swaps.
Exactly.
Which is things that we as makers with 3D printers love both. That is really awesome. I definitely need to pick one of those up for my P1S at some point. Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for showing it off. And
Thank you very much.
We're here at the Lightburn booth with Claudio to talk about, well, Lightburn.
So we're here showing off Lightburn. We're running Lightburn on this X12 F1. We're doing custom pencils for attendees. And while we're here, we're also showing off MillMage, where we're doing badge marking with our CNC, which is set up as a pen plotter.
Nice.
If you're already familiar with Lightburn, you're pretty much already going to be really well familiar with MillMage because it's set off the same program, same design tools, same interface. It's rather exciting.
And all this stuff you got here on the table, this is all created with Lightburn.
Yes.
Pictures are kind of a bit of a hard thing to do sometimes.
Sometimes, but with Lightburn's built-in material tests, you're able to figure out what settings are going to work best for your material and your laser, which is really helpful when it comes to the metals, because they can be impacted by environmental conditions, humidity, and all that.
Right. This is all absolutely amazing. So I'm definitely be using Lightburn when I upgrade my K40, and I look forward to digging into that one.
Awesome.
Oh yes, absolutely. I love coming over and checking out cool stuff.
How are you today?
So right now we're gonna make custom pencils.
Some pencil. Oh, awesome. Oh wow, that's cool. Just going right in there.
Yep, so just using the laser to engrave right on the pencil. It's pretty quick.
We've just done a couple different things. These are some things that have been done.
Oh, that is awesome. That was pretty fast too.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So Lightburn,
Bigger ones.
is it only for lasers, or do you guys have any other products that you guys are maybe going to dive into in the future, or?
So Lightburn is specifically for lasers. We do have Millbage coming out soon.
Okay.
And that will be for CNC routers or other CNC machines that have a spindle.
Okay, awesome. That's also one of my projects coming up soon. It's a nice little CNC router, so I might have to check that out as well.
Sounds good.
Well, guys, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
thank you for the awesome pencils. Guys, we're here with Nick from Generative Machine, and he's going to take us through this really interesting printer that's sitting on the table. Rick, take it away. And, tell us what we're looking at here.
So this is a 5-axis printer, and it's a computationally designed machine, all printed in aluminium. It's SLM, and then we machine parts to get it all straight, put together, and print these non-planar tool parts. As you can see, this is printing like a pipe in a non-planar mode, and it means that
Which I'm assuming requires a specialized slicer for it.
Yeah, well, we're using the AI build slicer. They usually do large format robot arms, and we've been working with them to kind of get this scale working really well and tuning it in to bring that kind of slicing more to a desktop market environment.
Very nice. So is this going to be more of a platform that you can add on to a printer, or are you guys aiming at making your own printers?
Well, yeah, we're putting this together to launch soon. Don't know how soon, but the idea is to launch it with a kind of package where you get a machine, the slicer, so that you can start printing as soon as you bought it. You can put your files in, start printing, and start exploring what you can do with multi-axis. I think what's really interesting is you can learn on a platform like this because it fits on your desktop, and then you can move to something like a robot arm, which is a very different machine. But
that is just too cool. I mean, we've seen non-planar 3D printers here and there, but I mean, this looks amazing.
Yeah, we try to bring together kind of what's at the front of computational design and then that kind of thing with the generative design, and then package it with the next thing in printing, which is possibly non-planar 5-axis. Bring it together and make something that's really wild.
and this whole frame is metal 3D printed out of aluminum, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Very nice.
And then bead blasted to get this finish.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not usually what it looks like straight off the printer.
No,
that's a very nice finish.
But we might actually go and check out some powder coating that I saw on a bench over there.
Oh, okay, nice.
So they got some really nice finishes that you can do. So might send him some parts and see what it looks like powder coated.
That's cool. Is this like a live preview of exactly what's going on with the printer?
No, it maybe could be.
Okay.
But
I'm just curious. It just looks cool. It's actually almost pretty well synced up, right?
Yeah, that's entirely by coincidence, but it is a simulation of what we're printing, so we can check on the screen before we start printing something how the layers are going to come out, how the part's going to kind of print, and check for collisions and that kind of stuff.
That's pretty cool.
And this is our closed loop demo. If you turn the kind of motors, they go back to the 0 position.
Oh, okay, so.
And that's also what we're running on this. So if you take something off the build plate, it will go back to
It's actually got a surprising amount of kickback there.
Yeah.
Nice bit of torque.
And that's reduced from like the regular torque we run, the regular current we run, down to like 800 or something. So we can move it.
That's pretty cool. And this is all running off of, assuming Duet boards.
Yeah, Duet Electronics.
And since the Duet 3D booth here.
Yeah,
pretty
Duet invited us to come along to the show. So this is what we run is the 6HC board in this one, but we can also do the Mini 5 Plus. And then for the closed loop, we use the 1HCL expansion board, CAN FD connected.
That's just too cool. I'm really excited to see where non-planar 3D printing starts to take off and get a little more mainstream, because it is kind of one of those, it's out there, but it's not out there yet. So I am super excited. I'm going to definitely be keeping my eye on you guys with this printer, because this looks amazing.
Thanks.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so we're here at the CookieCAD booth, and it's Melissa here to explain what they're all about. I've heard the name plenty of times, but I never really understood what it was, so Melissa here is going to walk us through it.
Hi. So we started as a 3D printing software company, turning your own line art into a cookie cutter model. So you just upload your image in CookieCAD. Here, I'll just use one of our options. And it does all the design work for you. You can change all your settings over here on the side. But this way you don't really have to learn how to model in 3D if you just want to make a cookie cutter. So this is where we started, and I was selling cookie cutters. Couldn't find really pretty colors, so I started making my own. So that's where we came in, making all our pastels and rainbows and glitters and shimmers. And from there we started in PLA, then we went to TPU, PETG, ABS now, silks. We're running the whole gamut, making sure that every designer has the filament that looks pretty, and you can also use it in all different applications.
That's good, and we all love pretty filament.
Yeah. You see a bunch of printers being built in our filaments. You got really pretty positrons and borons coming up, mods to Prussias. You also have beautiful robots being built. So we have people racing in the bot rumble, printing in our filament.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So they can really like customize. I have one over here I can show you.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one already raced. It did not make it, but you can see it was printed in CookieCAD.
Oh, that's pretty. Those are pretty colors.
Yeah. So you can really customize your robot, making it look pretty as well as
functional. Yeah. So you said you've got PLA, ABS. Which other materials?
PETG. TPU. That one's our newest.
TPU. Okay.
Yeah. So that's great for the robots because you can do tires in it.
Oh wow, that's a really pretty TPU.
Yeah. So we have gradient TPUs. This is that same pastel, and we have some really bright, neon shimmery TPUs.
That is very bright.
We're adding, I think, 9 or 12 more colors in the coming weeks, all in TPU.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow. So, TPU is not really a filament that you see a lot of cool, unique colors in.
Exactly.
Especially that gradient one here. That is too cool.
Yeah. Obviously, I had to print a shoe.
Obviously. Oh, wow. That came out nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can see it's flexible. It's 95A, so it's
Okay.
not the best for shoes, but I
Right.
had to do it
But-
because
Yeah, I mean, if you
it
got
could be done.
if you've got a good TPU, you got to print a shoe. It's,
Yeah, you gotta print a shoe.
I feel like that's a requirement if you're going to be printing in
It was
TPU.
the first thing I printed.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Thanks
for your
for coming
time.
by.
Thank you very much. All right, so these last two clips, I have some big apologies to make. I was able to have the opportunity to interview John from 3D Fuel and Yvonne and Waldo from Deposition Sound, and I made a huge mistake. I forgot to turn the microphones on, and I feel absolutely terrible about it because these gentlemen from these two companies were absolutely amazing. Really, really awesome, nice people. Now, I did manage to get myself a couple rolls of the PCTG filament from 3D Fuel that I plan on testing out on the channel, so if you have any ideas for things you'd like to see me print with it, definitely leave it down in the comments and I'll definitely take a look. I will also be leaving some links down in the description to a interview that Joel Telling did with 3D Fuel because it really is a filament and a brand worth checking out, so definitely check out that link down below. I'll also leave a link to one of Joel's videos on Deposition Sound because, I mean, they're creating some pretty cool products and they are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, so definitely give that a check out down below in the description. Once again, John, Yvonne, Waldo, I am so sorry, and if you see me at 3D Printopia this September, you have my full permission and blessings to smack me upside the head. Hopefully we'll be able to redo these interviews then if I see you guys there, and hopefully not screw it up the second time. So once again, guys, thanks so much for the interviews. I apologize I screwed them up. It's my bad. I will do better next time, I promise. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for us today here at the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was such an amazing experience and I really hope to be able to do this again next year. I absolutely love this place. Colorado is awesome. Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival is awesome. Everything about this place is awesome, just like you. So, look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.